Sportsmail columnist Martin Keown answered your questions as we looked ahead to the weekend's North London derby. Arsenal travel to Wembley to take on Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League's lunchtime kick-off, with points atop 4th place and local pride all at stake. There is also a full set of Premier League fixtures this weekend, and Martin was here to give his opinions and answers. Host commentator That's all from Tackle Keown for this week. Be sure to join us at the same time next week for more expert insight and analysis from Martin. Thanks for taking part. It's set up 4-2-3-1 with the team as follows: goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, Tottenham; right back Kieran Trippier, Tottenham; centre back Laurent Koscielny, Arsenal; centre back Jan Vertonghen, Tottenham; left back Nacho Monreal, Arsenal; central midfield Dele Alli, Tottenham; central midfield Moussa Dembele, Tottenham; wide right Christian Eriksen, Tottenham; attacking midfield Mesut Ozil, Arsenal; wide left Henrik Mkhitaryan, Arsenal; centre forward Harry Kane, Tottenham. Given Arsenal's dreadful away form, this should be a Tottenham win, but I am going for a 1-1 draw. I originally likened them to Bergkamp and Overmars. They had already played together at the same club and developed an understanding. Against Everton, however, Mkhitaryan's movement was more akin to Robert Pires in the way he came off the wing. In that respect, he and Aubameyang are more like Pires and Thierry Henry. The victory over Manchester United was incredibly important for Tottenham. It regenerated their season. Tottenham and Arsenal will look at Chelsea capitulating and think that winning the North London derby will give them a great chance of getting into the top 4. Arsenal are 5 points off 4th place, but it feels like a new beginning at the club. The cloud hanging over the club has been lifted and the mood changed overnight. Christian Eriksen is looking like the real deal. There is a cutting edge and venom to his play. He could well be the match winner this weekend. We talk about Arsenal paying close attention to Harry Kane and Dele Alli, but Eriksen can profit from any space that Arsene Wenger's side affords Spurs. He has the tools to thunder in a shot or curl one in. Eriksen is a slow burner, but this season he is reaching new levels. Tottenham played with a 3 in the North London derby last season and Arsenal could not get near the ball. Chelsea had set the trend with the system, but some thought Tottenham seemed even more suited to it. They tried it again at the Emirates and Arsenal embarrassed them for the first time in a number of years. For Mauricio Pochettino, this should only be about getting 3 points and taking the game to Arsenal, while Toby Alderweireld's return gives Pochettino the option of playing a 3. He would be better suited going with the back 4. I don't think you can man-mark Kane, but you have to pay him special attention when the ball is in and around the box. I cannot believe how easy it has been for Kane to score some of his goals recently, finding the net with tap-ins from corners. How can defenders be giving him that much space? Kane will find space when he needs to, but he is drifting into areas and the defenders are switching off. Arsenal play a zonal defensive system, but there is room for adjustment. Kane needs to be marked from set pieces and Arsenal have to put their best marker on him. If Arsene Wenger's objective is to win the game by dominating possession, then he should play Jack Wilshere and Aaron Ramsey in midfield. Granit Xhaka is not doing the defensive job Arsenal would have expected after paying £35 million for him. Manchester United lost the midfield battle at Wembley last week, and Wenger won't want that vision of Xhaka struggling to retain the ball. If it is not going to work with Xhaka in midfield, then why not take the game to Tottenham and play with total possession? I don't see Jack as any less defensive than Xhaka. Wilshere is the better player, and the better player has to play. This isn't trembly Wembley for Tottenham anymore. Spurs are unbeaten in 12 at their adopted home and have well and truly broken the Wembley curse. That said, this is going to have the feel of a cup final, and that has suited Arsenal in recent years. It certainly takes away some of the home advantage. I don't put Arsenal as favourites because of their appalling away record. They have won just 3 of their 13 Premier League away games. They have been that bad away from home that at times I have found it difficult to watch them. When Arsenal are really at it, as they were at home against Everton last week, they can embarrass teams. With the artistry of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Henrik Mkhitaryan, they will be able to do that to a few teams. But Arsenal are not yet ready to win a Premier League because of their inability to stay in games away from home for long enough to grind out results. They have not been thorough enough in their defending. There seems to be a lack of focus at the start of games, and Arsenal have been sloppy. I always remember what our coach Steve Harrison would tell us at Aston Villa. He would get the back four, the goalkeeper and sometimes a midfield player together, and say that while the players in front of us grab the headlines, we are the players who will guarantee a good performance. To win Premier Leagues, you need to have a strong core. Those players have to be the ones who are dependable and demanding of the forward players to remind them of their defensive duties. At Arsenal, Robert Pires and Freddie Ljungberg would start out wide but would never stick to those positions when they had the ball. Before every game I would remind them to get back into position quickly when we were out of position. They would form that barricade and give an extra layer of protection in front of the defense. Against Tottenham on Saturday, Arsenal need to have that determination to get back into shape quickly when Spurs have the ball. It's a North London derby special this week. Looking ahead to Tottenham v Arsenal at Wembley, Sportsmail columnist and former Arsenal defender Martin Keown will be answering all your questions ahead of the game from 12:30 p.m. UK time.